Hello, hello, how goes it? My name is Amby, and you're watching Ambysco, and welcome back to the 8th episode of our Skyfactory 3 series here on our little island. And today I'm here with First Cobble in the achievement book, because we're going to be skipping ahead in time and going 2 ages ahead in this episode. We're going to be finishing the Stone Age, finishing the Farming Age, and moving on to mystical farming and our first experience with magic in this mod pack. So let's go right into the achievement book and take a look at the achievements that we've completed over the last few episodes that I keep forgetting to put in to the achievement book. First off, we made a dark room away from the base for getting mobs, and we upgraded the mob farm to kill monsters automatically using those diamond spikes. And I actually swapped out, I got rid of the gold spikes and swapped them to diamond spikes because I'm not over there right now. I'm not actually able to collect any of the experience, and I'm also not able to build an experience vacuum for us to store the experience and then use it later. So for now, getting the best drops possible is going to be our best move. So that's why I swapped those out. And then the last thing we've got to do here to finish out the Stone Age is to enchant a sieve mesh. So we're going to make a crafting table, get a few books going, and have a enchanted sieve mesh, which I have no idea what that does. I don't think I've ever done that before. Maybe it gets fortune or something, which would be really nice. We can upgrade some diamond meshes or maybe just iron ones so that we can get a ton of diamonds, because we're going to need a lot of diamonds and we don't have very many right now. And then finally, in the Farming Age, we're going to be doing some of these things, but we've also already done some of them. So we've gotten a farming space that has several crops in it. I have crafted an inferium seed. It's actually over at the farm right now, and we might talk about that later. And then I have also started a food farm and an inferium essence farm. Those are all in that farming space. And we've used nesting pens to automate resource collection from chickens. So that is great as well. And as you can see, I've added some more steel chickens here. We're going to need steel, and I don't really feel like building ways to create it the normal way. So we'll be using steel chickens to get those for now. The only things we need to do to finish up these 2 ages is to make a sieve mesh, make a watering can, and capture a cow in a jar. And I believe all you need to capture a cow in a jar is an anvil and a glass jar and a cow. But we have cows. We've got some cows over there. So first things first, let us make a watering can, because that's dead simple to make. So I'll just look up a watering can here. Oops. Watering can. There we go. And it's just these base level ones from Extra Utilities. We'll just get that in this shape here, which I didn't know you could make watering cans out of stone. I would feel like you need to make that out of iron. Let me just show you how to use one of these Extra Utilities watering cans. They're really simple. They don't work very well, like they don't grow crops very fast, but they do increase the speed a little bit. You just hold down right click here on a source block of water. It doesn't have to be more than one. It'll fill up the can. And once it's full, or any time in between really, then you can just hold right click on your crops and it will boost the growth speed a little bit. But we've got that done. We've made a watering can. Now let's capture a cow in a jar. So I believe that is from Cooking for Blockheads. So if we go for Cooking for Blockheads right here, you've got cow in a jar, and the recipe is a cow, a block of air space, an anvil, and then underneath is a milk jar. So a milk jar is just going to be some stained glass, a bucket with milk, and some planks. Or I guess you don't need to use stained glass. You can use regular glass, and I'm not going to use stained glass. Bring the cow with us. We'll head back, get our jar, and make a little bit of a pen there. We also have anvils. That's the word I'm looking for. We have anvils already. And the reason we have anvils is because I opened a chance cube and it dropped anvils on me and killed me. That was probably like 2 episodes ago. Maybe it was last episode. I can't remember. It was in. I talked about it in an episode, but the clip never made it in because it was just not that interesting. But the anvils dropped on me, and I was able to collect 2 of them. I think there were more, but some of them broke. The question is, where are the anvils? Here they are. So just a slightly damaged anvil. That'll be nice to have to be able to do things like naming and book combining and whatever. We've got our milk jar, we've got our anvil, so we just need to take a little bit of cobblestone, make a pen for the cow, that way we don't lose it, and then we can drop an anvil on it. So we've got milk jar. Now let's get our cobblestone around that, and I'm going to parkour off this platform. There we go. We'll get the cow placed inside. You just shift right click on the ground or on a block and it'll drop down from that block to drop your animal out. And then we just need to go up, I think, 2 more blocks, 1, 2, and place an anvil. And there we go, we've got a cow in a jar. What a cow in a jar is going to do is it's going to generate milk automatically. It will refill the jar, and we will have a source of milk to go with that cooking for blockheads kitchen that I'm going to create soon. Probably, actually, maybe we'll do it this episode, because I didn't really have any other plans except for doing a little bit of mystical farming and making it through those 2 ages, so maybe we can get a kitchen done in this episode. They're really nice to get higher quality food, and we'll talk a little bit more about what they do when I get to that. So the last thing we've got to do to finish the Stone Age and move all the way into mystical farming is going to be to just enchant a sieve mesh. I have enough lapis and enough levels to enchant all of these, so why don't we? Let's go just take them all off. I'll do just a small portion of them at a time because I only have so much inventory space, and these things take up a ton of space because they don't stack at all. We'll put the lapis in here and go 1 mesh at a time. We can use, so they've all got the same thing here. They've all got the same enchant, so we'll just use the base level one in case, unless any of them have a higher one. So like these are Civ Efficiency 2, so we'll use the second level one on those. All on 1, so we'll just use the bottom. Same process, and I will come back real quick once I've finished all of the meshes and put them all back onto the sieves. Alright, so I have finished getting all of the meshes enchanted, and I got all of them except for 5 were just regular level 1 of Civ Efficiency. But I've got level 2 on the 5 in this bottom right corner, or, well, I guess whatever corner, the smeltery corner. The 5 in the smeltery corner, and the one like this one here, those. The ones I just placed. I will probably forget that, but let's check out what that level of Civ Efficiency is actually doing for us. I don't know if it gives us more drops. I don't really know what we should be expecting from it. So let's check. But first I need to drop some of these away, just get my inventory cleared up so that we can actually see what comes into our inventory. Let me just get rid of all this, and I'll just put the animal nets over here so that I know where they are, and I'll probably forget anyway. So we'll sieve from the center here, that way we can see all of the types, and it looks like they're not compatible. What? Okay. So they've all got to be the same level of Civ Efficiency for them to work. I think it's just faster. But it's not doing those and these at the same time. That is highly unfortunate. Alright, well, I will have to, I guess, swap these out for iron stiffened meshes with lower level of Civ Efficiency. Just Civ Efficiency 1. I was not aware of that. That's very sad. I will take them out for now. That way I don't, like, forget. And I'll put them in this chest here with some of the stuff I've been doing with Inferium that we'll get to in another episode. That's unfortunate, but we have completed the Stone Age. So we got the Wood, Stone, and Farming Age done, and now we can move into Mystical Farming. So let's look at cooking for blockheads. At cooking, there we go. And we're just going to need to smelt a book so that we can get ourselves a cooking for blockheads recipe book. So we need a little bit more of the sugarcane, which I put here. I know there was sugarcane in that chest, but that's the backup sugarcane. We just need some leather, and then we can make ourselves a book. There we go. Paper and leather. There's a book. Drop that into this furnace, and after that we will need to upgrade it with some diamonds and some crafting tables. So let's get 2 crafting tables and 2 diamonds so that we can upgrade our book, because we're going to need that top level book, which is the level 2 book, so that we can make a cooking table. And we need hardened clay, so we're going to need to make hardened clay as well. So let me grab some clay, which I think we have. Yes, we do. And we just need a little bit of hardened clay, unless we need it for countertops. Yeah, we do. So we're just going to make all of this into hardened clay. We'll just get all 16. Do we need a color of hardened clay? Does it matter? It requires specifically black hardened clay, which comes from just dyeing hardened clay. So that's fine. We can just make the hardened clay right ahead of time. Smelt that up and grab ourselves our final 2 diamonds. Looks like I'll have to be doing some sieving with these new iron meshes soon because I need more diamonds. Put that like that and grab, oh no, it fell out of the crafting bench. I need to swap this from a regular crafting bench to a crafting station. That way we don't keep dropping items out of our inventory anytime we're done with the crafting bench. Oh, okay, there we go. And get our book with our crafting benches and our diamonds, and there we go. So we've got a tier 2 cooking for blockheads book. Now if I pull in some of these type of items, like food items, from the chests that I have here, just any type of food that I've got, we can go ahead into the book and it will tell us what we can craft with that food. It'll give us recipes to do it. So see, if I smelt this bread, it'll turn it into toast, which is significantly better than regular bread for some reason. I should probably already have been doing that. So if we go over here, I can just craft up a little bit of bread into toast. Now it gives you recipes for whatever you have in your inventory right now. But if I turn it into a cooking table here with some black hardened clay, it will allow us to add things like an oven and a fridge and a sink and a milk jar and automatically craft and automatically use Pam's harvest craft tools to craft all kinds of food. So we can just store all of our food in our kitchen. We'll just put a kitchen over back here by the farm for now. I'm sure we'll want to move it to a better place later, but for now it's going to go in the farm. And I need some slabs in order to place the kitchen in a reasonable manner that doesn't look stupid, like it being underground. So we'll run back over with some slabs and we'll make our kitchen however big it needs to be. We can expand it later, but I'll just build it out a little bit for now and maybe shorten this end. That should be big enough for just the base level kitchen equipment. And we'll craft some of that right after we grab this hardened clay. That's toast. This is hardened clay. And we need black dye. Can we use charcoal to make black dye? I don't know. No, we definitely can't. So let's see how to make black dye. So we can either use ink sacs, which we don't currently have access to. We don't have sponges, and we don't have the stuff we need to make an ink black chicken. What else do we have as an option? We can use floral powder, but we don't have Botania running. And black dye from Actually Editions. Oh man, I'm going to have to pause the episode if we don't have black dye over at the mob farm because I want a kitchen and I'm darn well going to have one. Let's head right back over to the mob farm and take a look to see if anything from the mob farm or if any of these loot bags have dropped black dye. And oh, we're going to need to add more chests because we are out of space. Let's see, do I have wood with me? Yes, I do. I can make myself some chests just to plop on there before it overflows, because that would be bad. Let me just stick them on the other side of this transfer pipe here. Let me just break that so that I can see all the way out. We'll start at the top and go back down just like that for now. Let me put the fence back up, and now we can check all of these to see if we've got a source of black dye. We have one black lotus. We've got mini coal. No, I wonder, this is mini coal versus mini charcoal. Okay, so there's a difference. I was like, I wonder why those aren't stacking. Hopefully we've got something else. If not, we're going to have to maybe bone meal. I bet we can bone meal black lotuses to get more, hopefully. Is that a proper way to get more? You can get 2 black dye, but that's only enough for, well, it is enough to get all of our clay dyed, but I don't want to only have that and then lose any other way to make more. So let's try bone mealing, and in order to bone meal, I will need bone meal. Let me go back and grab this bone meal here. There's also a ton of bones. I have a ridiculous amount of bone meal that I could make if I needed it right in those chests. So we'll head over to the farm, place a flower on it. I hope that lets us get more. No, it doesn't. Okay. That's really sad. So I guess we're just going to be missing out on any other black dye if we ever need it again. I'll have to find a source of black dye because we didn't have enough to make a resource chicken. And you can't use like black quartz or anything like that. So we'll take all this clay, we'll make it into black dye or black dyed clay, black hardened clay. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. And oh, it gave us an actually additions book. Okay. That's interesting. I guess the first time you craft anything from actually additions, it'll give you the book. Now we can finally make our kitchen. We need logs. Never mind. Now we can make our kitchen. All right. There's a cooking table. And we're going to make some of the other things that the kitchen allows us to make and add. So we need an oven, which will be a furnace, and some black stained glass. Of course. So no furnace. Or no oven. We'll make an oven later, but we can make a fridge. It's not really necessary to make fridges. They're not like anything better than the other storage options, but they look cool. And you know what? That's what the kitchen's all about. Like, you know, the crafting stuff, whatever. I can make toast, and toast is a plenty good food. But when you up it and you make it a real kitchen with a fridge, it looks nice. And then when we build a real house, once we've got the resources to build a real house that doesn't just involve like cobble and wood, we can have a really, really nice looking kitchen inside of our house. So we'll make 2 fridges because you can stack them on top of each other and it will look great. So we've got our 2 fridges. We'll run over. We can come back and check out our other options. And we also need our milk in a jar. Let me grab our milk in a jar. Where is it? Where did I put it? Come on. Oh, man. Did I put it in like this chest? Yeah, here we go. Oh, it's not milk in a jar. It's cow in a jar. It's cow in a milk jar. All right, so this is the cooking table. So we'll put it off to the side of the kitchen, I think. Yeah, we'll put it like in the middle. Never mind. I was going to say off to the side, but I feel like that's kind of weird because I want it to like blend in with the counter. And then we can put a fridge right next to it. And you see there are multi-blocks, so it'll combine into a tall fridge. You can put whatever you want in here. It doesn't have to be food that needs to be cold. You can just put it right in. And if I put all that in there, it will show us the things we can craft. And the one thing it'll do is if I don't have an oven, it'll tell me that I'm missing the oven that I need to cook. Like with pretty much everything here, except for I can craft bread. And I can just click it and it'll craft it right into my inventory from the wheat that was in there. I can craft sugar and a toast sandwich, which is not, it's really not better than toast. It's really just a waste. But you can craft it. And I think we can hit U on it, yeah, and see what else we can make with it. Nothing else. You can just eat it. Okay. Or at least nothing else other than that, like, food compost stuff from actually additions. Yeah, biomash, which I still haven't really been able to figure out what it's used for. You use compost to make fertilizer from biomass, or biomash, but it doesn't, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what it's useful for. Also, look, we've got 5 stacks of dirt now, because I found out you can put zombie flesh blocks in here, and that'll be 1 piece of dirt per zombie flesh block. You can also put eggs, you can put the chicken manure, you can put a ton of stuff in there, and then as well as any food item can go in there, but we need food. We don't want to waste that. So, what else can we make from the kitchen? We can make a sink, so we'll make a sink. You can also make those tool racks for the Pam's Harvest Craft tools. So we'll make all the Pam's Harvest Craft tools we can get. Let's expand this wall up here so that we have somewhere to put the tool racks without it looking really weird. We'll just go up a few blocks like this, and we'll put half slabs on top of those as well because I don't want mobs spawning in our base. We just need a little bit more wood right here so that we can finish up the wall. Oops. Good thing we have a mattock on us. And we'll place these slabs on the top and bottom to make it look real nice. I know this kitchen's kind of out in the middle of nowhere right now, but you know, that's fine. let's grab a bucket of water, and we've got the iron and logs we need in order to make a sink, so we can make a sink now. So let's just throw some logs like that with a water bucket and some iron, and I think that will consume the water bucket. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, we just it uses up the water. Run back over here and place down a sink like that. And these used to have a better texture where they would, like, it was, maybe it is newer that they have a better texture where it looks like they kind of combine instead of just being like next to each other. But then we can also make some kitchen counters, which are just like fridges, and they just store items. I think it's a newer version of Cooking for Blockheads where they changed it to not require the black dye, and then they also have like corner pieces and a bunch of cool stuff like that. But for now, we've got this version, so we'll work with what we have. We can take 2 more chests and a little bit of hardened clay, make ourselves 2 counters. We can also make a spice rack for storing spices. It's just another ingredient storing. It just looks different. And then a tool rack, which we need iron nuggets for the tool rack. And we'll make a couple tool racks. I think we're going to need 2 of them. So like literally a couple instead of figuratively. Or not figuratively. A lot of the times when I say a couple, I mean like 8. But in this case, it actually is a couple. We're going to need a lava bucket, an iron trap door, and a button now. So we've got ourselves a button. We can make a trap door if I can figure out what the recipe is. Maybe it's this. Nope, that's bars. All right, well, let's look. What is a trapdoor recipe? It's 4. Huh, okay. I don't think I craft trapdoors very often. And we need lava, so we can grab lava from our little lava generator here. It's not automated yet. I need to go ahead and automate that with just some transfer stuff to automate it. Wow, this is a long episode, but that's fine. Long episodes are good sometimes. And here we go. We've got ourselves a toaster now. So a tool rack, a toaster. I never put down my cow in a jar. And I think we're going to need more kitchen counters, actually. I'm going to make a couple more because we do need them to put our spice racks and our tool racks and our toaster and our milk jar and all that kind of stuff on top of. So the one thing we're going to be missing is an oven, and the only thing we need still is just some dye so that we can get black stained glass. And then we'll have an oven and it'll automatically smelt all of the food we need for smelting recipes. And let's run back over and place all that stuff down. It looks like we are also going to have to expand this a little bit. I'll place a oak wood slab here. Yeah, that kind of looks bad. Let me try placing it down. I just wish these would connect still. They don't connect in this version of the pack, or in this version of the mod. And they also have a different height in the sink. Man, they really like bunged up the way that this mod looks in this version. Oh, and I was going to make 2 more counters. So let's make 2 more counters. There we go. And we can go 1 more in this direction. Maybe we'll just put it back here. I'm not sure what'll look better. Yeah, we can put it back there. But I am going to rotate it by 1 because it looks kind of dumb the way it is. Like that. That way we can't really see the handle. And then we'll take this one and put it over here on the other side of the fridge. Oops. Oh, come on, really? All right. Just some slabs to even this out. And then we can take a little bit of wood and finish off our kitchen wall, at least for now. We are going to have to expand it by 1 more when we get an oven or take away one of the counters. We can put a toaster on the counter. We can put our milk jar down and our tool racks and spice racks. We'll put a spice rack over here, and then we'll put the tool racks over here. So the spice rack is just a storage thing, and you can put like anything in it. I think I can even put bone meal, but it'll show what spices are in it on the rack. So it's like a decorative type item, even though it does have storage. We just need to make Pam's Harvest Craft type tools. We can go put that on the tool racks. I hope that each tool rack stores 4 tools. They might only store 2. Oh, they do only store 2. So that means we're going to need a couple more tool racks. You put 1 here, and I guess we could put 1 on top, maybe. Let's jump up there and increase the wall height by a level. We'll just increase it here until the fridge. And at the fridge, we'll put like that. That kind of looks dumb, but we'll have to make it work. I guess we can go one taller. I don't like the way that looks, so we'll go all the way up one taller. And oh man, come on. All right. Oh man, there we go. We'll just go up by 2 half slabs because otherwise we'd have to break all the half slabs. Then we can place a tool rack over these 2 spots and get our last set of tools in. I think we've got everything we need to craft a tool rack here. We just don't have a crafting bench here, so I gotta run back over. We can take this crafting bench and take the slabs here, or the planks, and the, oh, maybe it is slabs. I said slabs and then proceeded to not use them. Don't second guess yourself, guys. It always makes for you looking like a stupid head when you second guess yourself and craft something the way that you knew was, or the way that you thought was wrong. All right. There we go. All the tools up. And I don't think you'll be able to see it now. I don't think we've got stuff in there that uses those tools. But when we do have stuff in there that uses those tools, these are all connected into the multi-block here. And all these tools will be able to be used in the recipe. We can look at a recipe like with the juicer that will show us what the juicer can be used with. If we just scroll down, like if we've got carrots, let's throw some carrots in the system. We do have all this type of stuff. Oh, and an iron. Oh, it's just iron essence. It doesn't actually give us iron. So we need 8 iron to get 8 iron essence to get 6 iron ingots. Okay. All right. We've got inferium. And what was I doing? I got carrots. Right. Let's grab a bunch of wheat, some carrots, and there are potatoes on the back end. We can grab, throw those into the kitchen, and then we will have a kitchen with stuff in it. What's the word I'm looking for? Then we will see what recipes we've got. That's what I was going to say. So we'll be able to see what other things we can craft with the kitchen we've got here. I think we can just, yeah, we can just shift click things. Oh, no, we can't. I thought we could, but it just moved into the other section of my inventory. So you've got to actually put it into the different inventories. You can't put it just into the crafting table. If I throw all that kind of stuff in there, we can now see carrot juice. So it's using the juicer right here, this juicer, to make carrot juice. And I can do that automatically. I just have to click it and it gives us carrot juice. If we put carrot juice into the fridge, I don't know if there's any recipes we can use carrot juice with, and there aren't. But we can also do things like make stock. Did I put bone meal in here? Or do I have bone meal? I have bone meal in my inventory. So the recipe, oh no, the recipe for stock uses carrots and potatoes, but it has a bone in it. All right then. I thought it used bones or bone meal. I guess not, but we can grab a little stock, throw that in here, and then you can see that we can make garden soup. So you can go through all these recipes and keep making different things. And as you put things in, it'll give you a larger variety of recipes, and you can sort by hunger. So this has the most hunger restored. This one's pretty good as well, but toast is what we're going to be eating right now. You can sort by saturation, which right now there is a little bit of difference in saturation between some of these. So that's how a kitchen works. And the one thing that we're missing is the oven, because we just need a little bit more black dye for black stained glass. We can put an oven in here, probably right here maybe, or right here, or something like that, or maybe even here. I don't know. And then it'll craft bread, or not bread, toast. Craft toast automatically. Actually, it might be able to make toast right now because we have a toaster. No, I wonder what a toaster is used for. Let me break this off, because it can't make that kind of toast. It turns bread into toast, but what kind of toast? Is it the actually additions toast, which is like really not good? Yeah, it is the actually additions toast, which is just like worse, significantly worse than the Pam's toast. So it makes toast. If we break it off, does it still make toast? Yes, it does. What? Do you have to put things in the toaster manually? Like, is it not connected to the kitchen? Let's make a little bread. No, can't put bread in the toaster. I don't know. Maybe it's just a cosmetic block in this version of Cooking for Blockheads. That's really weird. All right, then. But that's fine. It has been a lot of fun. I really love these kitchens. I don't know why, but they make me so happy, especially when if we were in a newer pack, they would have that crazy connected blocks where they look really really good. Like this looks all right, but the newer versions of cooking for blockheads look great. But I enjoy this. This episode made me really happy, especially after some of the more grindy episodes I've had lately, like that chicken one. Chicken one, I was up so late making those chickens. But, there we go. We've got a kitchen. I wonder if that is now, unfortunately, that's not an achievement in the achievement book. But next time when I come back, I should have a ton of stuff for mystical farming. We're going to try to get that mystical farming age, at least a little bit of progress on it. Maybe completed. It isn't that far away if I can just get a bunch of Inferium and figure out how to make it grow way faster. I got to do a little research, and we'll come back with that. So I hope you liked it. I really liked it, so I'm going to like the video, so you should like it too. You should also hit subscribe so that you can come back and see us finish the mystical farming age. And the last thing I have to ask you to do is to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when you see when my videos are uploaded, so that way you are guaranteed to see them. Have a nice day. I've had a good one. I hope you have too. Bye-bye.